How lucky are we? We are baking with sunshine this morning as Suzy Gazzellone. You're welcome. Suzy's Cake Angels is here with her blood orange olive oil loaf. The aromas that are coming from this table are intoxicating right now, Suzy.
You just made my heart smile so much. Thank you. I'm so excited to bake with you today,
Me too. I'm really excited. Okay, where are we getting started?
Let's get started. Okay, so I have my pan here, my loaf pan.
Okay.
Quick trick. You know when you cut up your parchment paper and you put it in and it's like too straight and you're trying to, and you fight with it, crumple it up. I know that was pretty loud. Okay. And then like that, it kind of settles in there. Oh. I learned that from a good friend of mine.
Gosh, you're bright.
Yes.
There's some smart people in here.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
So here we're gonna start off with some flour and we're gonna sift it. And what this sifting does, it breaks down the flour, so it takes away those I've
always
clumps.
wondered why you have to sift flour. I never do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend you do it.
You've never tried my baking. So.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm just saying it might be a little fluffier.
Okay.
If you did that way.
Okay.
So it aerates the flour, so it adds to that nice fluffiness when in that crumb.
Okay.
So I have flour here, and I have baking soda, baking powder, and some salt. And I'm just gonna sift this until it's completely done. And in that bowl, we're gonna do all our wet. And I'm gonna get you to help me with that.
All right. Do I need an apron?
I think you'll be okay. Do you need one?
Okay. Well, I've got one right here. I'm good.
Just in case, just to be safe.
Well, you never know.
So we have some blood orange zest here.
Okay.
And then I have two sugars, the brown and the white. I like to use brown sugar because it adds that caramelly sweet taste.
Delicious.
It's so delicious. So a great tip and trick. When you have any zest, always mix it with the orange because rubbing against the orange zest allows the essential oils from it to release. And that's what adds to the depth and flavor of the cake.
Okay.
So it deepens it.
All right.
So I'm gonna get you to use the mixer. It might just, yeah, there we go.
And what am I putting in first?
We're having a blast.
Yeah.
And see how it, oh, yeah.
See how it's all flying out?
Let's try and keep it in. I'm gonna put it a little lower, Oh, no, okay.
That's the lowest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I set you up for a disaster.
No, that's fine. I think people do it on purpose.
Yes, it's okay.
Once we add some liquid in there, I think it'll be better.
Yeah, it's gonna be better. So this is some blood orange juice. Oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh, the smell is so good.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's so colorful, and especially for winter, because we're always looking for warmth and color.
And sunshine.
And sunshine. So we need to really incorporate the citrus in our baking. Because we need something sweet too.
We do. Your baking is the best.
Oh, you're the best.
You know how many containers I have at home that say Suzy's Cakes on them?
Oh my goodness.
My kids are always like, Mom, who's Suzy?
She's one of my best friends.
I'm like, Suzy's my bestie.
So we added some eggs and then olive oil.
Okay.
So the key with olive oil.
I feel like that's a lot of olive oil.
That's about 3/4 cups.
Oh, not then.
It's not too bad. It's the bowl that makes it look like there's more. So olive oil, you want to make sure you go for more of a fruitier, light olive oil versus a peppery, because olive oil has a very distinct taste.
It can go either way. Yep.
And it complements well with the citrus, but if you get a peppery taste, a peppery flavor, you're gonna really taste that in your baked goods.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you get something light. Okay. And then we're using some Greek yogurt, and that's what contributes to the moisture of the baked dessert. Yeah.
I love cooking and baking with Greek yogurt.
Me
it is such a good substitute for so many things.
If you run out of Greek yogurt, you can always substitute it for sour cream.
Yeah.
Just an FYI.
And both, like either or. So
Either
like,
or. Or like sometimes what happens is I'll have just enough, not even enough, Greek yogurt, so I'll substitute half and half. It all works out.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. That's just purely moisture. So I think we're good.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get you to mix in the liquid.
Okay, I got 1 minute.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it in while you while you fight with my mixer.
What's really happening? Because I didn't make a mess at all.
That mixer was not your friend today. I apologize.
That's all right.
We're gonna have a conversation.
It's all good.
So, and then you're just gonna fold in the ingredients until it's mixed. You don't want to overmix because that's what contributes to that dense. You don't want that dense.
I think a lot of people, myself included, we certainly fall victim to that.
Yes, and it's because you think you have to have it completely blended in. You don't.
Okay.
Even if you have a few of these, like the pockets of white flour, it's okay.
Okay.
So something like this is pretty much good to go.
Really?
We put it in there,
Okay.
put it in the oven 350, bake for about 50 to 55 minutes. Loaves usually take in and around that time. And that's it.
And you're good to go. And then this is the
And then you have
beautiful
that.
creation you
And
came
just
up
a quick thing with the glaze, I added a little mascarpone there.
with. Oh, excuse us.
I know, fancy, fancy.
Well, I could hang out and cook with you all day, Suzy,
Thank
but
you, thank
we
you.
have to go. Brian has to do the forecast to tell us how cold it is, but if you want to bake with some sunshine, check out Suzy's book. We're going to have all of Suzy's information on our website, chch.com.